Good afternoon, I'm Jay Jarvis. We interrupt programming to bring you breaking news right now in West Palm Beach. We are told there are late-breaking developments in the murder trial of former NFL player Travis Rudolph. The jury started deliberating this morning. Let's listen into the courtroom right now.
Your seats. I am given to understand, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, that you have reached a verdict. Is that so? All right. Will the foreperson please hand the verdict form to one of our deputies? Deputy, somebody. Mike, would you go get that for me, please? Would you publish the verdict, please?
In the Circuit Court of the 15th Judicial Circuit Criminal Division in and for Palm Beach County, Florida, case number 21 CF 002938 A and B, Division W, State of Florida versus Travis Rudolph. Defendant, verdict. We, the jury, find as follows. As to count 1, we find the defendant not guilty. As to count 2, we find the defendant not guilty. As to count 3, we find the defendant not guilty. As to count 4, we find the defendant not guilty. So say we all, the 7th day of June, 2023, in West Palm Beach, County, Florida.
Would either side like to have, would either side like to have the jury polled? No. All right, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I, on behalf of everyone who is a participant in this trial, would like to thank you for your time and your consideration. I also wish to advise you of special privileges enjoyed by jurors. In the absence of a court order, no juror can be required to talk about the discussion that occurred in the jury room. Our judicial system relies on juries for consideration of difficult cases. We recognize that a jury's deliberations, discussions, and votes should remain their private affair so long as they wish it. Therefore, the law gives you a unique privilege not to speak about the jury's work. The lawyers and their representatives are not permitted to initiate any communication with you about the trial. However, you may speak to the lawyers or anyone else about the trial if you wish. In the absence of a court order, you have the right to refuse to speak with anyone. A request may come from those who are simply curious or from those who might seek to find fault with you. It will be up to you to decide whether to preserve your privacy as a juror. I will add that I know that there has been a great deal of publication about this case. You need to keep that in mind. It's very possible you will be contacted by individuals. So keep those rights in mind that I just read to you. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm also now going to pass out to you letters identical to those which I've given your colleagues, the two alternate jurors whom I excused earlier in the afternoon, or I guess it was morning. I would encourage you, please, to take the time. It won't take you more than a minute or two, well, maybe 3 minutes, to fill out those questionnaires. I do, as I said before, I do take them very seriously. I look at them. I have made changes in the way in which I conduct jury trials and the manner in which I handle juries and jurors based on those responses to those questionnaires over time. So please take the time to fill those out and then throw them in the envelopes that have been pre-addressed and postage paid for you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, once again. I know it's been a long time, a long process, and I thank you very much for your time, consideration, and work. You are relieved.
Okay, well, after a 2-week trial, a verdict in the Travis Rudolph murder trial is officially in. You just heard the judge there. Rudolph has been found not guilty on all 4 counts he was charged with. Again, Rudolph was facing charges for shooting 2 individuals, resulting in the death of one of those people outside of his family's Lake Park residence in April 2021. Rudolph argued that those shots were fired in self-defense, while prosecutors say Rudolph's life was not in danger. Over the last 2 weeks, we have been hearing testimony from both sides. And again, as you heard from the judge, the jury has come back with that verdict, not guilty on all 4 counts that he was charged with. We will have much more on the trial, the verdict, coming up today on WPBF 25 News at 4. We'll have a live report from our reporter inside the courtroom. We'll return you back to your regular programming.